Boa tarde a todos. Bem-vindo a St. James. And that's the height of my Portuguese. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to St. James for this very special occasion. A delightful concert, and I can assure you of a very warm welcome in more ways than one. It's good to see that so many of you have come out in this warm evening to hear this concert. Alan Dorber, who's coordinated the event, has been part of, I think, the musical life of this church for many years, has enriched it. At one time he was the main organist here, and I don't know how many concerts, but several concerts he's coordinated as well. So it's great to welcome you, if I may, Alan, along with your musical associates. Antonio Diogo, our conductor, has had a very distinguished academic career I was just reading about here in Porto and the surrounding area, and so it's a delight to welcome you. I read with interest from the programme that for over 30 years you've hassled the choir. Yes. I think it means you've led the choir, but it says hassled the choir. I think we're going to enjoy the fruits of that hassling tonight. I hope it's not been too painful. As I read the programme, I was delighted to learn that so many of my very favourite pieces of sacred music are there, and I really, with you, look forward to hearing them. They say that music can feed the inner person, can feed the soul, and if that's so, I think tonight we're really in for a great feast. So thank you very much. Let's welcome our musicians.
That's a good start. Right. I just want to say a few words, and I'm going to say a few words in English, and then, believe it or not, a few words in Portuguese, as we have a good Portuguese contingent here. It's lovely to see everyone. Canon Colin has said quite a lot, but I'd just like to explain the circumstances of our being here. Because about a year and a half ago, I attended a carol service here, and one or two members of this lovely choir, which I've been a member of for 3 years, and they've been very welcoming, and when I joined, I was the only non-Portuguese person. There are now 2 of us. There's a Canadian gentleman here as well, and they've been extremely welcoming. One or two attended our carol service, and Professor Diogo said, why can't we, could we possibly give a concert here sometime in the near future? And I said, well, I could work on it and try and see if I can arrange it, because I wasn't a regular attender of the church at that period. And so this concert came about. We perform in various places, not only churches, but we also join other choirs. It's all mentioned in the programme anyway. But I'd just like to say that today happens to be the 38th anniversary of the choir's foundation. And so it's 38 years, and we brought 2 birthday cakes to celebrate this. So it's 38 years since the choir was founded. We, as Canon Colin said, we hope you're going to enjoy a varied programme, including 3 songs sung in English. I can't go without mentioning the quartet, because these 4 young ladies have just completed their licenciaturas, their degrees, at the Escola Superior de Artes Aplicadas, which is part of the Politécnico de Castelo Branco. They've had a very hard time doing their tests and their final exams, and they've managed to come here and entertain you. And they call themselves Art e Arco, which in English is Art and the Bow. And it's 2 A's, and I have the privilege of playing a violin and piano duet with one of them, Christiana, who's actually the daughter of Professor Diogo, and we thought we'd call our duet Two Bees, Beauty and the Beast. But we then decided that might not go down very well. But the beast was a very sympathetic creature, actually. But anyway, we're going to play a violin piano duet by Mozart. He actually wrote 19, and this is just one of them. So finally, we hope you enjoy this varied concert. As Canon Collins has said, it's your concert. It's not my concert, it's your concert, it's their concert, it's our concert on a midsummer evening, and using the world's one and only, unless you include mathematics, using the world's universal language, which everyone understands and appreciates. At a time of disturbing world events, which unfortunately surround us, let's hope that this is an entertaining and joyous event. And se puder falar em português momento para repetir isto, eu tinha ligação com esta igreja, mas há 8 meses o nosso maestro assistiu aqui num evento de Natal, Carol Service. Eu acho que não tem tradução em português, mas ele me perguntou, oh Alan, podemos dar concerto, podemos atuar aqui na igreja no futuro, e eu pensei sobre isto e tentei organizar, e agora estamos nesta situação onde isto evento. Hoje, mesmo hoje, é 38º aniversário da fundação do coro, e eu acho que foi o professor Diogo que fundou. E algumas destas pessoas estão aqui ao longo da sim. Então, depois nós trouxemos 2 bolos e algum vinho para celebrar este evento. Então, é muito apropriado que estamos a dar este concerto neste aniversário. E mais uma coisa sobre o quarteto. O quarteto de meninas da Escola Superior de Artes Aplicadas de Castelo Branco, sítio mesmo mais quente do que e elas já fizeram as provas finais nos últimos dias e tiveram que correr. Uma delas já veio de Lisboa hoje e infelizmente tem que regressar lá este ano. Então estão cheios de atividades, etc. E são muito bem-vindos cá. E outra coisa que ia dizer foi que estou a tocar dueto de violino e piano com uma delas, e pensamos em chamar-nos Arte e Arco, a quarteto, pensamos em chamar-nos Beauty and the Beast, a Bela e a Monstro, mas decidimos que este não servia muito bem. Mas isto é só uma brincadeira. Então, espero que vão gostar deste concerto e o encontro musical com bastante variedade e usando a única língua universal do mundo, música, que todos apreciam. Então, obrigado por aguentar o meu português e espero que vão gostar.
Final notes truly fade into silence, and before we all melt entirely in this unusual enthusiastic embrace of summer, I'd like to say a few words on behalf of our conductor and all of us in the choir. First, we extend our heartfelt thanks to the British Historical Society of Portugal, whose generous invitation and support have brought us here today. It is through friendship, across music, history and community, that this wonderful encounter became possible. We are especially grateful to the members of this church, who not only for welcoming us into this sacred and beautiful space, but also for doing so with such warmth, grace and attentiveness. Your quiet strength and generosity have made us feel truly at home. A special word of thanks to our brilliant pianist, Alan Doba, whose commitment, talent and unwavering friendship have been pillars of today's performance. His music has carried us, inspired us, and at times even rescued us. To the string quartet, what a pleasure it was to perform alongside with you. Your youth, alongside your experience playing, brought brilliance to our performance. To our choir, who celebrate their 38th anniversary, this occasion is far more than a musical milestone. It is a testament of years of friendship, shared purpose, and the joy of singing together. What binds us is not only music, but the deep bonds formed through countless rehearsals, concerts, and moments just like this, where harmony extends far beyond the notes on the page. And lastly, to you, our audience, thank you for being here, for listening, for sharing this moment with us. We sincerely hope this afternoon brought you as much joy as it brought to us. May music continue to bring us all together in friendship, in celebration, and in harmony. And as a final offering, we leave you with Ave Verum Corpus by Mozart, a timeless and contemplative piece that speaks to the heart of sacred music and brings our concert to a close in a spirit of reverence and peace. Thank you.